Hey, Downstater here. So today I am working on this old girl right here, a 1992, I believe, Nitro 160 TF. Just picked it up, super cheap, and just to get the kids and I out on the water this year. And just got done with a carb rebuild. I should have taken a video of that. I didn't. I don't know. There's already so many videos, whatever. So today, though, what I am doing is a Bimini top install. So we're going to be doing a cheap Amazon Bimini top, and I'm going to give you not only how I install them, but also like a review on it, basically like, hey, this is what you get for I think it's $140 or something like that. Maybe, probably more now that the boating season's here. All right, so here's the unit itself. Comes in a box, that's fairly small. This is the, it's a bass boat, so it's kind of wide. So this is the 67 to 72 inch gray version, made by some company called Cacket. Whatever that is, it's some no-name, Chinese company, I'm guessing. But anyway, fit and finish so far looks pretty good. The rivets are all looking good. The holes are looking decent, but the proof will be in the pudding once we get it up and see how the actual, drilling was done and how accurate. That's always the issue I find with Chinese stuff is the tolerances are always way off. So that's kind of what the deal is. On this boat, I do have fiberglass everywhere, but I do have access inside of here. So I'm going to try to do through bolts, at least for the main part of the uprights. I don't like doing just screws into fiberglass. I'm not a fan of it. So I'm going to try my damnedest to get actual through screws into here with nuts on the bottom. So that's the deal. All right, let's get through this. All right, so let's see what we got in the box. Obviously, that is the cover itself. I bought the 750D, which I believe is a heavier material. I'm wondering if that was a good move, but we'll see. I also bought the 3-bow with the hard supports. So that I think was a good move because it'll keep the Bimini top up instead of folding all the way down. It has a back support to keep it up. We'll see. Maybe that was dumb, but it just seemed right. So these are the bows for the top. The other side of the bows, you got your straps right there. These are your supports for the back. And these are the main supports on each side. So yeah, I mean, everything looks really decent so far for the price. A Carver Bimini is like $400, and I hate to say it, but more than likely they're made in China anyway. So, it's one of those things where I don't know. I think it might actually be worth it to just get these. As much as I don't want to keep giving Jeff Bezos money, it is what it is. So yeah, and all the aluminum is really nicely wrapped too, I've noticed, which is pretty cool. I like that. So it's gonna have a nice anodized finish. Yeah, overall, we got actual nylock nuts in there, which I've actually seen Carvers that don't have nylock nuts. So, hey, kudos to you, Cacket, whoever the hell that is. You seem to be making decent stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna read a little bit, get my life together, situated, figure some stuff out, and be right back. All right, so overall, first impressions are really actually good. All the cuts, all the holes, everything seems really well done, and that surprises me, I guess I'll say, unfortunately, whatever. So I didn't film this, but basically you just take the two halves, put them together. They got a push pin right there, simple stuff. So no need to go over that. Putting it together is pretty simple too. You got to find the front or the back, really doesn't matter. All the bows are the same. And then just thread it through the pockets right here, which can be annoying, to be honest. This 750D fabric is definitely nice. It's thicker than a lot of the Bimini tops I've seen out there, actually, and it's just a nice material. You can tell there's some sort of waterproofing on it, yeah, it just seems pretty decent. It's actually sticky on the inside, which tells me there's definitely some sort of like hydrophobic waterproof treatment on here. All right, so on the 3-bow at least, this is the front. Yeah, okay. And this is the left side. That's the front of it. So this front piece is gonna go into here. Again, just snap fit, pretty simple stuff. I suppose I don't have to film this, but I don't know. I figure, why not? All right, so that's in. Okay, cool. So far, it's looking pretty good. All right, cool. So there's the top in all its glory. Let's put it up on here so we don't get the get that part all jacked up. This is the boot cover, which is kind of cool. I like those. They look good. And where's the other stuff? So yeah, they give you stainless steel screws and eye hooks, or you know, I forgot what these are called, to be honest with you. But anyway, just stainless steel loops basically to tie down. And I'm gonna try to go grab some through bolts. I think I can through bolt all this. It's probably more than I should be doing, but I just feel better doing that, so whatever. All right, so this kit does not come with instructions on where to actually place it. So the best bet is to just grab a helper and put it on the boat and see what it looks like. Open it up, see what it looks like. So I have a helper, let's do it. All right, so for this part, we're gonna set our actual primary braces. These are the ones I'm actually gonna through bolt. The rest of them, I don't have enough access to through bolt. I'm gonna try for the fronts actually, but we will see. That might be a tough call. So as far as these go, fairly simple. You're just gonna get a reference measure. So figure out one side you wanna do and mark it, measure it, and just replicate on the other side. So you just gotta figure out one that you like. So this time, this boat is symmetrical. These cleats back here are the same on both sides. So I'm gonna measure off this back cleat, and I'm gonna get a nice round number for myself here. So I'm gonna push it up to, yeah, I like that. So 48 inches, I think, is a good place for us to actually locate. And I'm gonna do, again, the rear cleat. And you can just use pen, really. You don't have to use like a marker. Pen will mark on fiberglass. And if you don't like it, you can easily get rid of it. So that's another thing. So I got 48 there. So take some painter's tape, put it outside of your mark so you know where your 48 inches is. Take your piece, put it right there, center it in the rail so you have access underneath there. Get it about as good as you can. You don't, this isn't, you know, we're not building rocket ships here. And then just mark your holes. The reason for using painter's tape is it keeps the splintering down when you drill through fiberglass. So this part's always not fun, but whatever. You'll be all right. Don't breathe this stuff in too, guys. Just do it outside. Fiberglass is pretty bad for you. So also when you're going through the rails, especially on a boat like this, my electronics are right there. So do not plow that drill all the way through. Excuse me. Oh, there's some fiberglass. All right. So anyway, you know, if I were to go real deep in there, I probably would have hit a wire or two. So be careful when you're doing that. All right, we're through. And you can take your tape off and you're good to go. Cool. All right, so to actually get access to this bracket, I'm just gonna pop out my fuse panel right here. It gives me easy access right there. So, you know, check out your boat, see what you can do, and kind of go from there, you know. All right, so I went ahead and got the other anchor on, obviously, and threw the actual top on. So here's what it's gonna look like when it's all said and done. Now you still have some more work to do though, in terms of anchor points. So what I like about this kit, and I'll put all the description in the, or the links in the description and in the comments for you guys if you want to buy it, you know, help support the channel and all that stuff. But what I like about this one, my old Bimini top just had straps on both sides. And I didn't really like it. It was kind of janky and it always had to lay on the back. It was hitting the back when you go down the road. It was kind of annoying. So the cool thing about this one is that it has a solid support in the back. Which I really like that. I think that's a really great thing. And so basically what you have to do, kind of like when you did at the beginning, you have to just figure it out. You have to just kind of look at it. There's no measurements. they want you to just basically look at it and get it figured out on your particular boat. That's why they don't put any measurements in there. All right, so as you can see on the top, this bracket right here, I'm pulling out this screw and actually gonna put the pole in because it is firmly mounted there, I just realized, and that is, you know, a challenge. So let's get that bracket in there. Let's get the screw in there. Not a big deal, but you know, it just means you really got to make sure you have everything where you want it the first time, you know, because it's going to be all jacked up otherwise. So you make sure you get that that lock nut back there. And you know what too, it's kind of cool. These actually look like fiber reinforced nylon. So that's good stuff. These brackets are on here are not just like ABS junk plastic. They're almost the quality of like a power tool, which is pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna actually, I'm gonna mock this up completely, ready to go, because I need to know where my angles are gonna be. So this is everything as it is, and if I go over here, as you can see, that's no bueno. So I think we have no choice but to put it right back there, and that's gonna look great anyway. I'm pretty happy with that. You know, that's yeah, that's a nice looking top. I'm not upset about that. And then once we tension it forwards, it'll look great. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I still have room to get to my cleats, so pretty good to go. What I thought this was a movable bracket up here. I thought you could slide it up and down to fine adjust the height or the angle. I am obviously wrong about that. So ideally, this would be where I'd want it, but then you're in front of the cleat, and that's obviously a bad day. So I am not going to do that. Yeah, so is what it is. We're going to get it pretty damn close, and we are using screws back here, unfortunately. I don't have access to this gunnel underneath there, so it is what it is. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. We're going to pre-drill and then screw in with actually some adhesive. I have some marine grade adhesive, and it sticks to fiberglass and stuff like that, and just gives me a little more peace of mind that this is going to actually stay where I want it, even through like trailering and all that kind of stuff. Okie doke, be back in a minute. All right, so you saw me fiddling around before with the top, and originally I was going to put it here, then it was kind of too forward once I actually, you know, mocked it up. Then I was going to put it behind the cleat on the top rail, and then it was a little too far back. It was kind of go back, and I figured, you know what? There's no problem putting it right back on this little step right here. It doesn't interfere with any of the hatches, and yeah, I mean, there's just no issue with it. So that's where she's going. So anyway, you mark where you want it. I got the top about where I wanted and went ahead and marked on the inside holes. Since we are using the self tappers on this, I am going to use some E6000. It's a really good quality industrial strength, basically adhesive. I'm going to use that inside the holes as well, and for the screws, that is, and on the top plate itself. So, all right, so generally speaking, you want to basically just take whatever screw you're going up with for tapping into fiberglass. You want to put it behind the drill bit, and just, you want the drill bit to be the same size as the shank of the screw, not the threads, if that makes sense. So when you look behind, all you want to see is threads, not screw. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, when you're going through fiberglass, just go slow, like that, you know, just to basically not crack it and jack it all up. All right, so we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and just throw some of the sealant on here. Well, it's actually adhesive, and so I'm going to throw some in the hole. And then just a line of it on the actual fiberglass itself. You're going to hear a little bit of crunching and grinding and stuff you might not like, but as long as your hole is big enough, you're not going to screw up the fiberglass. So we're looking good. I like that. That looks great. Same thing over here. Just finish off this screw. It should be, you know, fairly tight, to be quite honest. Not so tight though that you're going to crack the gel coat and you know, the fiberglass itself, but Yeah, that's solid. That couldn't be more solid. So repeat the same thing over there, and then we'll keep going. All right, so please excuse my dinner here. But anyway, we got these all done. They're secured with adhesive and self-tapping stainless steel screws. And I think they're good to go. Nice and solid. I don't have any worries about them. And these are only going to be used in use. I do have a big cover for the boat that I use normally. So only when we're underway are these going to be used. So yeah, should be good. So let's get to the front and wrap this thing up. All right, so on the front of the boat, this particular kit uses straps, which a lot of the kits use straps front and rear. I prefer this setup, as I told you earlier. So I'm just going to secure these up there and go ahead and, so what they want you to do is do more self-tapping screws into the front of the boat to secure these eyelets. I'm not a fan, honestly. I don't know what else to say. I just don't. First of all, I don't like putting more holes in the boat. I don't like the fact that we're just self-tapping. We're not really securing. There's a lot of things I don't like about that. So what I'm going to do instead, at least for now, is some paracord. I've already cut it to length and, melted the ends. And I'm just going to use it right on the cleat right here and just make a simple knot to hold the front strap. And I think, honestly, that's the way to go because I just don't have to worry about it. These are... these cleats are through bolted right through the hull. They're made to hold the weight of the boat. They're made to hold all that stuff. So I don't know. It just seems like the better bet for me. So I'm going to do the same thing on both sides. Put these straps on. There's really no need for you guys to watch that. You got it. Yeah. So that pretty much wraps it up. This top looks great. I have to say, as far as install goes, ooh, I just got stung by something. You suck. As far as install goes, I hope this helped you. It was kind of a mixture of through bolting, self-tapping, and best practices with fiberglass is kind of what I wanted to show. But also the quality of the unit itself, I really like it. I've bought high quality, higher quality Carver tops and other kinds of Bimini tops in past boats I've had years ago, and I honestly think this is actually probably better. Like I said, a lot of these joints are actually, you can tell, you can see it. And I actually melted one up there, which if you watch AVE, it's a great channel on YouTube, you can smell when there's actually, if you melt it, you can smell the fibers inside the plastic. So these are definitely fiber reinforced plastic, which that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome to see. That's the same stuff that they build like power tools out of and things like that. So just something to keep in mind. I mean, this thing for the money, for I think 150, 180, whatever it is, it's way under $400, which is the typical price you'll pay for a Bimini top. Pretty good, pretty good. I don't know what else to say. I'm really like the quality of the stitching's good. The fabric's great. Once this is on and stretched, it's just going to be phenomenal. I have no doubt about that one bit. So anyway, I hope that helped you. Leave some comments, whatever. I try to get to everybody, and if you have any questions, I'll try to help you out, and yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you on the next one.